Welcome to our countdown of 10 true facts you won't believe. Get ready to have your mind blown as we dive into the strange, surprising, and downright unbelievable realities of our world.
If Earth's history were compressed into a single 24-hour day, humans would appear in the last minute at 11:59 p.m. This analogy provides a vivid perspective on the vast timescale of Earth's 4.5 billion-year history and highlights just how brief humanity's presence has been in the grand timeline of the planet. In this analogy, Earth forms at midnight, marking the beginning of the day. For the next several hours, the planet undergoes significant geological and chemical changes, including the formation of its crust and the early oceans. Life first appears around 4 a.m. in the form of simple, single-celled organisms. These microorganisms dominate for most of the day, as Earth remains a microbial world for billions of years. Around 2 p.m., photosynthetic organisms begin producing oxygen, leading to the Great Oxidation Event, a major turning point that transforms Earth's atmosphere and makes it more hospitable for complex life. The first multicellular life appears around 8 o'clock in the evening, followed by the Cambrian explosion at 9 o'clock. This period sees the rapid diversification of complex organisms in the oceans. By 10:30 in the evening, plants, insects and early animals begin colonizing land. Dinosaurs dominate for nearly an hour, starting around 11 p.m., but they are wiped out by a mass extinction event at 11:40 p.m. Mammals and birds then rise to prominence, paving the way for the eventual emergence of humans. It is only in the final seconds of the day, at 11:59:40 p.m., that anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, appear. Within this fleeting moment, humans rapidly develop tools, agriculture and civilizations, eventually reaching the modern industrial and technological era. Despite their relatively short tenure, humans have profoundly impacted Earth's ecosystems, geology and climate. This compressed timeline underscores the fleeting nature of humanity's existence relative to Earth's long history. It also serves as a reminder of the interconnectedness and fragility of life on our planet, emphasizing the importance of stewardship for the future.
A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance, a fitting term for these strikingly colorful and social birds. The word flamboyance reflects the flamingos' vivid plumage, elegant posture, and their tendency to gather in large, visually stunning groups. This collective noun encapsulates their unique blend of grace and flamboyant appearance. Flamingos are known for their pink or reddish hues, which come from carotenoid pigments in the algae, brine shrimp, and other organisms they consume. These colors are often associated with flamboyance and vibrancy, making the name particularly appropriate. When gathered in large numbers, flamingos create an almost surreal visual spectacle, whether they're wading in shallow lakes or flying in coordinated formations. The social nature of flamingos is another reason the term flamboyance suits them so well. Flamingos are highly gregarious birds that thrive in large colonies, which can number in the thousands. This social structure provides protection from predators and enhances breeding success. Within these colonies, flamingos engage in synchronized behaviors such as group preening and elaborate courtship displays, further highlighting their dramatic and expressive nature. Flamingo colonies also play a crucial role in their survival. Their collective behavior helps regulate environmental conditions like water levels in breeding areas, ensuring that nests are protected from flooding or predators. This interdependence within a flamboyance demonstrates their cooperative and dynamic way of life. The term flamboyance is not only scientifically descriptive, but also evocative, capturing the essence of these birds' vibrant, social, and visually captivating existence. It serves as a delightful reminder of the natural world's creativity and beauty.
The word sandwich originates from John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, an 18th century English nobleman. According to popular legend, the Earl's name became forever associated with this culinary innovation due to his gambling habits. The story goes that during long hours at the gaming table, Montagu would request meals consisting of meat placed between 2 slices of bread. This practical arrangement allowed him to eat without leaving the table or soiling his cards, combining convenience with sustenance. The Earl of Sandwich likely did not invent the concept of eating meat and other fillings between bread. Variations of this practice existed in different cultures long before his time. However, his preference for this simple, portable meal popularized it among his peers. Others began to order the same as sandwich, and the name stuck, eventually becoming a generic term for this style of food. This anecdote also reflects broader cultural and culinary trends of the time. In 18th century Europe, food was becoming more portable and adaptable to suit the increasingly busy lives of the upper classes. The sandwich's simplicity and practicality made it a hit not only in England but eventually around the world, evolving into countless variations across cultures. Today, the sandwich has grown far beyond its aristocratic origins, encompassing everything from classic ham and cheese to elaborate gourmet creations. It is celebrated for its versatility, as it can be adapted to fit any cuisine, dietary preference or occasion. The story of its naming serves as a reminder of how chance moments in history can influence language and everyday life.
The statement that more people have been to the moon than the Mariana Trench underscores the vast challenges and mysteries of exploring the deep ocean, despite its relative proximity compared to space. As of now, 12 astronauts have walked on the moon during NASA's Apollo missions, whereas only a handful of people, fewer than 10, have descended to the Challenger Deep, the deepest part of the Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench, located in the western Pacific Ocean, is the deepest natural point on Earth, plunging nearly 11 kilometers, about 7 miles, beneath the ocean's surface. The extreme conditions at such depths, including immense pressure, over 1,000 times atmospheric pressure at sea level, near freezing temperatures and complete darkness, make it an extraordinarily hostile environment. Specialized technology such as deep-sea submersibles is required for exploration, and missions are both risky and costly. In contrast to the moon, though 384,400 kilometers, or about 239,000 miles away from Earth, presents challenges of its own, such as the vacuum of space and radiation exposure. However, the moon's environment is more static and predictable compared to the dynamic and crushing depths of the ocean. Since the moon was a strategic focus during the Cold War space race, significant resources were invested in developing the technology to reach it, leading to its relatively greater exploration. The disparity in exploration also highlights humanity's fascination with space and the relative neglect of the ocean. While outer space is seen as the final frontier, Earth's deep ocean remains largely unexplored. More than 80% of it is unmapped and unseen by human eyes. Yet the deep ocean holds immense scientific value, harboring unique ecosystems, geological features, and insights into Earth's history. This comparison emphasizes the need to balance exploration efforts between space and the deep sea. Both realms offer profound opportunities for discovery and understanding, but the Mariana Trench serves as a reminder of the mysteries still waiting to be uncovered in our own backyard.
The idea that the average person will spend about 6 months of their life waiting for red lights to turn green is a striking statistic that highlights how much of our lives is spent in seemingly mundane activities. This estimate is based on the cumulative time a person spends driving throughout their lifetime, considering the average commute and the frequency of red lights encountered during daily travel. For most people, driving is an essential activity, whether for commuting to work, running errands, or traveling for leisure. In urban areas, where traffic lights are more common and congestion is higher, the time spent waiting at red lights can add up significantly. Over the course of an average lifespan of about 75 to 80 years, those moments of idling at intersections accumulate to roughly 180 days, half a year. This statistic also serves as a reminder of how modern infrastructure and transportation systems shape our lives. Traffic lights, while a source of delay, are crucial for maintaining safety and order on the roads. They regulate traffic flow, reduce accidents, and ensure pedestrians can cross safely. However, their efficiency can vary depending on city planning, traffic patterns, and the use of advanced technologies like smart traffic systems. On a broader level, this fact prompts reflection on how time is spent and the importance of making the most of moments that might otherwise feel wasted. Some drivers use the time at red lights to relax, listen to music, or even reflect. With the rise of technology, many people now use those moments to quickly check their phones, though this is discouraged for safety reasons. Efforts to reduce the time spent at red lights include the implementation of synchronized traffic lights, adaptive traffic signal control systems, and alternative transportation methods like biking and walking. For individuals, carpooling or using public transit can also help minimize the impact of waiting at red lights. Ultimately, this statistic highlights how even small, routine parts of daily life can have a surprisingly large cumulative effect, emphasizing the importance of thoughtful city planning and efficient transportation solutions.
The hashtag symbol, often seen as hash, is technically called an octothorpe, a name that is as unique as it is intriguing. This term originated in the mid-20th century, primarily through the telecommunications industry. While the exact origins of the name are debated, the most widely accepted explanation is that the term was coined by workers at Bell Labs during the 1960s when the symbol was added to telephone keypads. The prefix octo refers to the symbol's 8 points or edges, which are formed by the two intersecting horizontal and vertical lines. The second part of the word thorpe is less clear. Some believe it was added as a humorous or arbitrary suffix, possibly referencing the Olympian athlete Jim Thorpe, though this connection is speculative. Others suggest it was a playful nod to linguistic traditions or internal jokes within Bell Labs. Historically, the symbol itself predates its telephone use. It evolved from the Latin abbreviation LB, used to denote pounds in weight, where scribes added a horizontal bar to distinguish it from the number 1. Over time, it came to be used in various contexts, including numbering, annotations, and as a shorthand in coding and programming. In the digital age, the symbol gained its modern fame as the hashtag when Twitter adopted it in 2007 as a way to group and categorize content. This innovation revolutionized how people engage with social media, making the hashtag a powerful tool for trends, movements, and communication. Despite its contemporary association with social media, its technical name, Octothorpe, endures as a quirky piece of linguistic and technological history. The Octothorpe's journey from an obscure typographical mark to a cultural and digital icon illustrates the fluidity of language and symbols. Whether you call it a pound sign, number sign, or hashtag, its technical name, Octothorpe, adds an extra layer of curiosity to this seemingly simple character.
The claim that there's enough DNA in your body to stretch to Pluto and back 17 times highlights the astonishing scale and complexity of the human genome. Each cell in your body contains about 2 meters or 6.5 feet of DNA, tightly coiled and packed into the nucleus of microscopic cells. Considering the human body has an estimated 37 trillion cells, the total length of DNA in one person is approximately 74 billion kilometers or 46 billion miles, if fully unraveled and laid end to end. To put this into perspective, the average distance from Earth to Pluto is about 5.9 billion kilometers or 3.67 billion miles. Thus, your DNA could theoretically stretch to Pluto and back 17 times, even taking into account the vast distances involved. This comparison emphasizes the sheer magnitude of biological information stored in our bodies. DNA's remarkable length is possible because of its nanoscale structure and efficient packaging. The double helix molecule is wound around histone proteins, forming chromatin, which is further compressed to fit within a cell nucleus. Despite its compact form, DNA contains all the instructions necessary for building, maintaining, and operating the human body. This comparison also underscores the elegance of nature's engineering. DNA is not only extraordinarily long, but also incredibly efficient in storing genetic information. Its sequence of just 4 chemical bases, adenine A, thymine T, cytosine C, and guanine G, provides the blueprint for all living organisms. The Pluto analogy is a powerful way to illustrate the microscopic and macroscopic wonders of biology. It reminds us of the profound complexity of life and the incredible capabilities of modern science to unravel such mysteries.
The idea that the average person walks the equivalent of 5 times around the world in their lifetime offers a fascinating perspective on the cumulative nature of everyday activities. The Earth's circumference is approximately 40,075 kilometers, or 24,901 miles. Over a typical lifespan of around 80 years, the average person walks about 7,500 steps per day, which translates to approximately 5.9 kilometers, or 3.7 miles, daily. When this is multiplied across a lifetime, it totals roughly 216,262 kilometers, or 134,000 miles. More than 5 trips around the planet's equator. This astounding figure is a testament to the natural mobility of humans and how small daily movements can add up to a monumental distance over time. Walking is not just a mode of transportation, it's a fundamental part of human life, whether for commuting, exercising, or simply moving through daily routines. The actual distance varies depending on lifestyle, geography, and personal habits. For instance, people in urban areas or cultures with a strong walking tradition may log significantly more steps than those who rely heavily on cars or live a more sedentary lifestyle. Walking offers immense physical and mental health benefits. It strengthens the heart, improves circulation, and reduces the risk of chronic illnesses like diabetes and obesity. Additionally, walking supports mental well-being by reducing stress, enhancing mood, and fostering creativity. Considering the sheer distance covered in a lifetime, these health benefits underscore how essential walking is to maintaining overall quality of life. The statistic also serves as a reminder of the incredible endurance and adaptability of the human body. While walking such a distance may seem daunting when framed all at once, it's a natural outcome of a lifetime of small, consistent movements. This perspective encourages us to appreciate the importance of staying active and embracing the simple, yet profound act of walking, whether for health, exploration, or the joy of movement.
The fact that fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand is a curious example of how biological processes are subtly influenced by lifestyle and activity levels. This phenomenon is primarily attributed to the increased blood flow and stimulation in the dominant hand, which is typically used more frequently in everyday activities. Since blood carries the nutrients and oxygen necessary for nail growth, the enhanced circulation to the dominant hand accelerates the growth rate of its fingernails. On average, fingernails grow about 3 millimeters or 0.12 inches per month, though this rate can vary based on factors such as age, health, diet, and even the seasons, with nails growing slightly faster in warmer months. The nails on the dominant hand benefit from more frequent movement and microtrauma from tasks like typing, writing, or manual labor, which can stimulate the nail matrix, the area at the base of the nail responsible for growth, to work more efficiently. Interestingly, nail growth is also faster on longer fingers, which is why your middle fingernail grows more quickly than your pinky nail. This is thought to be linked to the distribution of blood flow and the larger size of the nail matrix in longer fingers. Combined with the dominance factor, these growth patterns demonstrate how both anatomical and functional aspects of the body influence even seemingly trivial details like nail growth. This phenomenon has practical implications as well. For example, people who want to maintain uniform nail length may need to trim the nails on their dominant hand more frequently. It also highlights how our bodies adapt subtly to the demands of daily life, with even small details like fingernail growth reflecting the intricate interplay between biology and behavior.
The word mortgage has its origins in the Latin term mortuus, meaning dead, and the Old French word gage, meaning pledge or commitment. Together, the term translates to death pledge, a name that might sound ominous but has a logical explanation rooted in medieval legal traditions. The death in death pledge refers not to literal death, but to the termination of the obligation, either when the borrower pays off the loan or when the property is seized due to non-payment. In medieval times, property transactions often involved pledges that were binding until a debt was satisfied. The mortgage was considered dead either because the debt was fully repaid, rendering the pledge void, or because the borrower defaulted, leading to the forfeiture of the pledged property. The term highlights the seriousness of such financial agreements, where property rights were on the line. Today, a mortgage is a legal agreement in which a borrower secures a loan to purchase real estate, with the property itself serving as collateral. While the process is far more formalized and regulated in modern times, the fundamental concept remains the same. The borrower pledges to repay the debt over time, with ownership of the property fully transferring to them once the debt is satisfied. The etymology of mortgage serves as a reminder of how language often preserves historical perspectives. What once referred to a dire financial risk is now a routine aspect of home ownership for many people. However, the death pledge origins can still resonate with borrowers, as mortgages often represent a long-term commitment, sometimes spanning decades. This connection to the past offers a glimpse into the evolution of financial systems and the enduring significance of property ownership throughout history.
Thank you for watching. We hope these mind-blowing facts left you amazed and inspired. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell because there's plenty more where that came from. Stay curious and we'll see you in the next one.